One man, one mission, to rid the world of chronic anxiety once and for all. The Anxiety Guy, Dennis Simsek, shares his personal transformation from living a life filled with overwhelming worry to becoming a full-fledged positivity machine, a leading authority in generalized anxiety. Dennis gets to the truth of your mental health challenges and sets you on a path to transforming each and every area of your life. Here he is, the one and only, the Anxiety Guy.
Warriors, my friends, my extended family, welcome to episode number 250. You are listening to the Anxiety Guy podcast. Yes, this is a milestone episode. I'm excited. Today, we'll be focusing on some answers that I have in terms of the questions that you've been asking me on Instagram and on Twitter related to foods, alkaline foods, that will help you to heal your mental health, your anxiety, your emotional distress, and get you to a more clearer and better place. Before I get into this very important podcast episode, understand that this episode is brought to you by the #1 anxiety recovery programs available online today at theanxietyguy.com. Head on over and engage in the structure, the plan that you need to follow in order to heal your anxiety starting today. theanxietyguy.com under My Programs. Warrior, before we get into this very important podcast, I need to do something very important. And what that is I need to set you up for success. Because I don't just want to present to you a bunch of foods that you think you're just going to be eating and then kind of heal your anxiety, your emotional distress. Everything's going to go away. It doesn't work that way. So here's my reminder. If your heart and beliefs are not fully into these new foods that you are going to be adding to your diet, then don't even bother. You must have an emotional connection to these foods if they are to help make a positive physical and energetic alteration in your body. There must be elevated emotions that go with the intake of these new foods. You must recognize the benefits that they will serve for you before they actualize and release the properties in these foods within your body. The emotions must go hand in hand with the changes that you're making. Understand this, and you will sense the power in the changes that you're making in your diet. But first and foremost, how do we describe the word alkaline? Alkaline is any substance that has a base pH of 7 or higher. pH levels measure how acidic or alkaline something is. So a rating of 7 is neutral, a rating below 7 is acidic, 7.4 is a healthy balance. And if the body becomes too acidic, acidosis occurs, which means your kidneys and lungs can't keep your body's pH levels in balance. What does this lead to? If someone is in a acidic state, it can lead to numerous health issues, and being too acidic can also result in muscle wasting and reduced bone density. Increased acidity in the brain is linked to panic disorders, anxiety, and depression, as studies done by University of Iowa neuroscientist John Wemme reveals. So we need to understand the connection between acidosis and emotional health. If we're in an acidic state, which the majority of the world really is, we need to approach this with a high level of awareness and change it. One of the most detrimental effects of an acidic internal environment is the encouragement of disease, specifically cancers. Now, here are some signs, my friends, some signs that say that your body pH levels might be off. indigestion, low energy, poor dental health, insomnia, high levels of daily stress. Do these sound like you? Let's talk about beverage pH levels for a second, because this is very, very important. The American Dental Association did a study where they purchased 379 beverages to find out what the average pH levels were for each and every one of them. Here's what they found. They found that 93% of these beverages had a pH level of less than 4. And many of these beverages advertise themselves as electrolyte and vitamin enhancers. So let's just chalk it up right here and recognize that the majority of us are in an acidic state, not an alkaline state, which contributes greatly to our moods, our diseases, and our perceptions. So the next time you're about to drink something, you might want to think about what you're drinking. You might want to think twice about what you put in your temple/your body, because this is affecting you in more ways than you realize. Nobody will tell you this. You'll hear it here on the podcast episode, but this acidic internal state is causing our emotional distress, or at least it's prolonging it. So now that we understand and we have this level of awareness, the question is, what foods can help us turn things around starting today? These are some of my favorite foods. I'm a little bit biased towards them. If you're currently eating these foods or drinking them through a smoothie, good for you. And if you're not, you may want to add these into your diet. The first one is kale. Kale is very high in calcium, vitamin K, and plant iron, which is said to protect against many, many cancers. Kale is right up there as one of the most alkaline foods in the world. I especially, as I mentioned, love them in smoothies, because if you don't like the taste, put a little bit in the smoothie and you won't even taste it. You'll only gain the benefits of it. Number 2 is spinach. I know how many of us have a negative association with spinach that goes right back to our childhood days. But spinach is highly alkalizing, and it is often added to anti-cancer and cleansing juicing methods. Spinach greatly improves our bone health as well due to its high levels of calcium. So any of those past pairings, associations around spinach, please put them aside and recognize the benefits that you're going to gain from changing your diet and adding these important foods. Number 3 on my list would be kiwis. Kiwis are highly alkalizing and contain a ton of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. Kiwis are also incredible for digestion, so you need to start kiwiing up starting today, but always everything in moderation, my friends. The 4th food is hazelnuts. Hazelnuts are the exception to the majority of nuts out there that have an acidifying effect. And no, Nutella cannot be substituted for a handful of hazelnuts daily, but nice try. Number 5 is apples. One of the healthiest foods in the world for its detoxifying effects, as well as high levels of antioxidants and flavonoids that protect against cancer. To get even greater health benefits from apples, I totally recommend adding apple cider vinegar to your diet each day. In fact, I take half a tablespoon upon waking up each morning. It's easy, It doesn't taste good all the time, but it's easy and it has a tremendous alkalizing effect right off the bat. Now, warrior, remember this. A small change in the pH can have a profound effect on the physical, emotional, and mental functions of the body. So what we need to do today is bring some awareness to this vital aspect of overall healing and reap the benefits starting today. Again, the foods you want to be adding to your diet are kale, spinach, kiwis, hazelnuts, no Nutella, apples, and off you go. Are there more alkalizing foods out there? Absolutely. Let's go in and do our research, but understand that this healing journey is a combination of different aspects. Sleep is one of those. Connection with others is another one. Nutrition is another one. CBT, NLP, whatever emotional changes you're trying to make in terms of a real method out there is another one. So we need to understand that these all go hand in hand with each other. And in the end, we have someone who no longer feels like they have to overthink everything. The mind is clear. The emotions are neutral to pleasant. And our body, we have enough trust in our bodies to heal itself because we're doing the right things. As long as you're doing the right things for yourself, why not trust in your body to take care of itself? Why not trust in your body to heal itself? Why not trust in life to open up its arms to you and say, finally, you're here? Warrior, I love you all from the bottom of my heart. If you have any other questions on any of my programs, head on over to theanxietyguy.com. And remember that you are more than anxiety. Enjoy these new foods. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Thanks for being an important part of the Anxiety Guy podcast community. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a positive rate and review. If you're searching for further support on your road to recovery from anxiety, head over to anxietyexit.com and take part in the powerful End the Anxiety program based around the CBT model. If you're searching for a more one-on-one approach, you can sign up now for personal coaching sessions with Dennis via Skype. Remember, you are more than anxiety. See you in the next episode.